All right, boys and girls, and everybody with curls. I don't know why I said that, but what's going on, YouTube? Antonyami here, back with another video, and we are going to do some test hands. I know, yay, test hands. So we're gonna go ahead and shovel up the deck here, and I don't know how many test hands we're gonna do. I'm gonna probably do 3, but we will talk about some thought processes, playing through certain hand traps, things of that nature. If we draw pretty like boring standard hands, like maybe like 4 hand traps plus Sylvie, like we're not gonna test that. We all know what that does. But yeah, let's just talk about some theories and stuff like that and answer more questions that people had. Just to let you know, in the next video, we'll be going over side deck patterns for every matchup that's relevant moving to the next format at Orlando. So basically Fiendsmith, Ryziel, Malice, the Mizuzuki, whatever they're called, the Crystron deck and things of that nature. So leave a comment down below right now of this video for the next side deck pattern of a deck, and I will cover that deck. Okay, I will do that. All right, so cover whatever deck or matchup you want me to down in the comments below, and I'll do it. How about that? But I'll do the top 3 decks. I'll do the top 3 decks, and probably some Fiendsmith pile. But if there's any other matchup, I'll let you guys know how I would side deck it with the current list I have now. So anyway, let's move on to test hand number 1. So for test hand number 1, we have Azet, Broken, Valor, Wanted, and Sylvie. Okay, this hand is very, very unfair. Like Sylvie plus this is really, really good. So let's just start by how I will look at this hand and play, right? Because we have double Valor, which is really, really strong. This is our non-engine, so we don't need to worry about this. And this is kind of like our engine hand, right? So we can activate Unwanted in the draw phase if we like, but that doesn't really get you too much because I don't think a lot of people would Ash Wanted nowadays. I feel like back in the Snake Eye days, you would Ash Wanted, but then you'll get punished by a Black Witch. So you probably don't want to do that. The only way or only reason why you would activate Wanted in the draw phase is because you want to play around draw. But if you don't want to start with Wanted, because here I'm going to start with Normal Summon Sylvie because it's just the best play around the most hand traps here. And if it goes like Normal Summon Sylvie and then you get hit with a Droll, then you can chain Wanted and then continue from there. But the way I will start this hand is it's Normal Summon Sylvie every day of the week, right? Because if this card resolves, and real quick, we're gonna make a hand trap like checklist of all the cards or all the hand traps that are in every single like deck that's popular, like Ogre, Bell, you might see Bell, Ash, Emperor, and Valor, cards like that. We're not going to talk about like Nib because they're going to play through Nib. Every hand we're going to play with, it's going to play through Nib no matter what. So yeah, but yeah, we just do the hand trap checklist, right? So we want to check for every single hand trap so you know that their future plays are going to resolve, right? So we Normal Summon Sylvie, activate the effect. Here we're checking for Valor Imperm. If your opponent has Ash, that lets you know they don't have Valor and Imperm, and Ash is their only play, and they're just desperately trying to stop your Sylvie. They better not ever Ash your Sylvie. If they do have Ash, say for example, and let's say Sylvie's like the only like play here, we don't have another White Force monster in hand, you Ash this. This is the better Ash target. Right here, you Ash that. But some people are scared that you might search for something else and you already have this in hand. But if that's the case, you still lose even if you Ash or don't Ash. So I can see people ashing, but you just Ash this. You literally Ash this if you want to, interact with the Sylvie. But the best Ash target, and I know it's gonna sound crazy, it depends on how you start, but the best Ash target versus White Forest is Deception. So you pretty much hold your Ash for Deception. Essentially, right? And again, it depends on your hand or depends on your structure or how you interact with stuff. But if you only have Ash in this position, you Ash the the Deception, and it keeps them off like the Azamian plays. But anyway, So we go Sylvie. Sylvie's going to activate her effect, and that's going to search for the tails here. Honestly, we don't probably have to search for tails because we have Azet here, and Azet is going to probably search us our. So many things you can do here, honestly. Azet can search us. Let's just search. We'll just do tails because we can go unleashing and all the other stuff, but we can just stick with this to keep it simple. Next, we'll activate Azet to pitch the tails, and we're gonna search with this. And of course, if this resolves, then your opponent doesn't have Ash because you will Ash this as well. This is another good Ash target too. Yeah, so you can actually save Ash for this or Deception. But as you can tell, we have so much advantage here. Yeah, I mean, I guess ashing that would be pretty good too, because even this is scary because if you ash this, knowing that you have this in rotation, which makes it really scary. Why normal something Sylvie resolving with Azet in hand is scary, because if you ash this stays in hand, and then this will come back out, and then you just search for the Azamian and Azet, and you just still lose. So ashing this now is risky, so you still will save it for Deception in this line, right? You will save it for Deception. So this is going to search out for our Azamian. And then this is going to reset itself. Doing that. We're not going to search for Arcia because we just don't need her in this position. So here, playing through Nib still, we're going to special summon this, and then we're going to synchro into this. Fun fact, I know this is going to be really crazy and super specific, right? If you're going against Labyrinth, don't do this, because there's a yeah, we're playing around Arias because this is something to note, right? This is a test hand. We're going to talk about a lot of things as much as possible, but we can actually get hit with Arias plus the Rumor Cannon, and then all this gets set. So if you want to play around that, let's not summon this first, and then we're going to synchro with this. Playing around the most, right? Just in case your player is on, or your opponent is on Labyrinth. So then you go chain link one this, sending that. And then this is going to actually search for our Unleashing. Or, sorry, our apps. Forgot the name change. I do not like the new name change. Okay. Then next, we can now summon this to play around the most, right? And then this is summon number 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we're still underneath Nib. We synchro 5. And then, oh, sorry, synchro 5. Synchro for 8. Chain link to this. Chain link 1, Azamian Azet. This is going to add back this. Technically, we didn't activate this yet, so we can activate it now. Then this is going to search for our Deception. And then from here, we will activate Deception. And there's a couple things you can do here. You can honestly tribute a Veiler if you like to, or you can actually go into Sylvie and then use Sylvie as the tribute fodder here. So for this example, we're going to activate Sylvie, shuffling back this, and then we're going to activate that, or Deception, to tribute Sylvie. And then we're going to add our Wanted. Then, since we hard drew our Wanted here, we go Hollow Chain by Welcome. We are going to now search for our Black Witch. And then now we're going to send this. And then we're going to summon our Arcielago. Arcielago effect is going to activate here. And she can technically search. There's a lot of things you can definitely search here. I think we'll probably search for another Wanted here, because why not? So we're going to search for another Wanted here. It doesn't make sense to search for this, because Black Witch is going to set that. So let's search for another Welcome here. Or sorry, Welcome. Wanted. I'm thinking about Labyrinth at the moment. Then for our next play here, we are going to activate this. This is going to search as our not Sylvia. Holy, where are they? Where is she? There she is. She is hiding from me. We're gonna search for this, and then we're gonna activate her effect to summon herself, and then after that we're gonna activate her effect to send apps, and then this is gonna reset itself to draw. So we're gonna draw a card. We draw into imperm. 4 more interruptions. That's gonna be set on the field. Then after that we could activate wanted, or sorry, hollow Azamian, shuffling back this. This will get shuffled back into the deck. This adds back to the hand. Then we activate it. We're gonna send Deception, and then we're gonna summon that, and then we're gonna take these two, and then we're gonna do the very boring Fiendsmith combo. Hope you guys are excited. I know you guys are just on the edge of your seats for this combo. So Requiem, we're gonna dump Engraver, then summon the Lacrima here, and then of course Lacrima's gonna dump the Engraver. Then we're gonna use the effect of Requiem. Requiem's gonna equip itself to that. Black Witch is gonna send Requiem. Then Black Witch is gonna set our Simple Spoils of the White Forest. And basically we made it to our full import. Basically our full import now is setting both of these, and then we're gonna link this off for sequence. And then this is very important. This is like the ultra god board, is because we want to keep Lacrima in the grave if possible. We want to keep this card in the grave because this is extremely great follow-up. I'm going to show you a trick of a way to getting into your Dillabells if your, let's say your Sylvie gets Imperm or something, right? I'm going to show you guys a really cool trick. But let's finish this line first. So then we're going to shuffle these 3 back. We don't want to activate Engraver effect because we want to keep the extra Fiend, Light Fiend Engrave. And then we go into our Desiree, seeing these all for Agman Day. And then, like say for example, like if you didn't shuffle back your Sylvie and you didn't have like Dillabells here, I'm gonna show you something really cool. You can actually go Admin Day effect to not equip to the Desiree. We're gonna actually summon this back. And say for example, if like Sylvie is still sitting here like negated, or you know, you can shuffle back your Synchro 6 for it. You can actually Synchro or with these two, because this is obviously a tuner level 4, regular level 4. This goes into the graveyard. You summon this out, and then now you still have Lacrima in the graveyard or Abende, and then you can actually bring back the Desiree on your opponent's turn. Hopefully we get a test hand, and maybe I'll set up a situation where that comes up. But that's just another like 5-hit play that you can play if you don't have access to that, and you don't, you know, it's just a really cool line that people don't think about. So anyway, Desiree is going to summon itself out. Then we're going to have sequence here. And then, fun fact, I forgot to do this, but before you shuffle your cards back with Desiree, you want to activate Wantis effect, so you can not draw into your Fiendsmith cards. So yeah, you're supposed to do that before, right? Or you can set back the Deception if you like, but we're gonna have Imperm on our end board here as well. So I want to set that. And it's sometimes where you probably don't even want to equip sequence to your Desiree because you want to probably set like wanted in that, but it's fine in this position. So yeah, you set this, and then let's just draw a card, and it's Engraver. Did I shuffle? I did. Okay. So yeah, we drew Engraver. So fantastic. And what we're gonna do here, since we drew Engraver, we're gonna activate Engraver's effect, and we're gonna actually search for Paradise. Why we're searching for Paradise here is because we can use Dillabell's effect to send Paradise to the graveyard. So now we have this engrave. Or if you want to, if you really want to, I wouldn't do it, but you can set Paradise as a Zeus wipe on your opponent's inboard. It depends on the deck, right? If you're going against something like Labyrinth or something like that, like I probably would set this. Just so if they set 5, you just blow them out. Doesn't matter. You still blow them out with this because we still have like a bounce 4 on top of like Desiree, Imperm. Like you just have everything here. So yeah, that's test hand number 1. We have a ton of interruptions here, as you guys can see. And that's just test hand number 1. All right, so we're on test hand number 2. Again, I hope I'm commentating this very well. It's late at night, and I feel like I'm not like super locked in right now. So again, let me guys know if I'm going too fast or I could have commentated that better. Again, let me know. I mean, I can take roasting in the comments because I don't feel like I'm the greatest at commentating. Fun fact, I'm very dyslexic and it's hard for me to like process words. I'm very bad at at reading and processing what goes through my brain unless it's numbers. Very good at numbers, but I'm very bad at speaking, and I'm also bad at explaining. So I'm working on getting better with that. So yeah, so just be patient with me, guys. I apologize for all the inconvenience. All right, we got everything all shuffled up here, and let's go ahead and cut the deck and draw next 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now we have Nibiru, Ash, Veiler, and Engraver. So this hand is very, very hand trap heavy, which is really, really funny. So here we will probably just go for the standard like Engraver combo, but here I think there's something very special we can do here because we have Veiler plus Engraver. This is my first time doing this, guys. I think I have a very sick line to get us into White Forest. You guys ready? All right, let's do this. So let's go Engraver. Engraver, this is a new line on the spot. You guys are watching this live on a YouTube video. But let's go track. Then after that, we're going to activate track. Track is going to search our Lurie, discard Lurie, special summon Lurie. And then we're going to go into the Requiem. Let me just skip some steps here. Let's just going to dump this. Summon the Lacrima, skipping some steps here. You know, Requiem, summon Lacrima effect, dumping the other Engraver. Then I'm thinking this, right? So now we're gonna equip the Requiem. Again, this is on the fly, chat. Like, this is on the fly. Now we're gonna normal summon Veiler. Now Veiler is like the best hand trap to normal summon in a lot of weird scenarios. So we're gonna do a 2-card combo with Veiler. So since Veiler is a spellcaster and Requiem, remember what I said in that tips 5 video? Make sure you guys go back and watch that video. Please watch it. So now we're gonna summon Veiler, send that because it's a spellcaster that meets our requirement for this guy. So let's continue. And this definitely plays into Nib, by the way. Like, just note that this plays into Nib. Who cares? Because you still got Lacrima and you still got an Engraver for follow-up. Or not Engraver, but the Requiem. So, yeah. You can still dump trap if you need to on your opponent's turn. You still got super amount of follow-up, and you still got a ton of hand traps here. So, you don't die. You're probably still winning this game because you just built different. So, here, we're going to take the Engraver. And we're going to shuffle back the Lurie. And then we're going to take these two. Link it off into a sequence. Sequence effect. Keeping the Lacrima in the grave. We're going to put these 2 back. Oh, these 3 back. And then we're going to summon our Desiree. Yeah, this definitely works. I've never thought of this line until just now. Shout outs to test hands. Then we're going to activate Agmande. And just what I talked about in the first test hand, we're going to summon back our Lacrima. Then we're going to link those off. Or not link off, synchro into this. And then now we still got Lacrima engraved to bring back our Agmande. And go from there, right? And summon Desiree. And what's really cool about this line is that, let's say you pass. You in draw phase activate Lacrima's effect, shuffle herself back, summoning the Agman Day, and then we Agman Day effect summoning the Lacrima, or sorry, the Desiree. And we high key just got into a White Forest engine without using White Forest cards, so that's pretty cool. And if we have like actual spells in hand, we can actually search for, let's see, we can actually use this to search for more White Forest cards if we need to. But I mean, that's still pretty cool. I mean, that's just like, that's with a Valor plus the Fiendsmith line. Again, I've never even thought about that until just now. That's why I love this deck. This deck is so, oh, this deck is so good. There's so many things you can do with it. But anyway, so what the thing is here, you go Desiree effect, Desiree negate stuff, and then you go this. And if you were to have more spells in hand or whatever, you can actually just summon this to get into White Forest cards. Or obviously you go into this for more interruptions. And yeah, you got this. And of course you have like Ash and Nib in hand. You still got the Desiree effect to spin back stuff. Like you have a lot of stuff here. Like you have a lot of things to go off here. But yeah, the fact that you can actually use her effect to send Agman Day, because it's technically treated as a spell at the moment, even though it's a monster card, it's really good. So yep, that's test hand number 2. And let's go ahead and reel in for test hand number 3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is test hand number 3. Do we brick? Do we not brick? Do we, I don't know, do something? Have the most broken hand? Again, you guys know my end board. My full end board is basically Lacrima, Sylvia, Dillabells with the spell and trap set back in a row. Anything on top of that is like way more, but that's what I consider the god board. And then a lot of the times you're gonna have like 5 to 6 cards in hand, so you're gonna have like tons of hand traps. And if you have Lacrima in the grave, then that's also just a bonus. Like that's just insane, but that happens a lot. And a lot of it is like basically 2-card combos. So anyway, last test hand, we have Engraver, Tails, Paradise, Ezet, and Wanted. This hand is so broken going first. Hello. So let me, I guess, explain more of the Fiendsmith package in this deck, because I know a lot of people are probably very confused on how I use the Fiendsmith engine. So a lot of the times whenever I have Engraver in hand, especially since now I'm not playing Necroquip or Caesar, a lot of the times you don't want to lead with Engraver. You want to lead with your other cards and then go into the Fiendsmith engine that way. Or sorry, you go into the Fiendsmith engine and then you make a Necroquip and then you pitch this from your hand to draw a card. Since we're not doing that and we want to show people that it's Fiendsmith, right? They don't know what deck you're playing. They probably don't know what deck I'm playing now because I've been posting YouTube videos and they're gonna know what I'm talking about here. But a lot of the times, if they go Engraver, that either means you're playing with a weak hand. This could be Fiendsmith Raizio, because they can also start with this. But a lot of times, I feel like they'll normal summon Ice and then punish them with, you know, Engraver. But in most hands, you would actually activate Engraver, because one, it's gonna do a lot of hand trap checks for you. And if you get drolled in this situation, and I'm not going to go over Droll for today because you can still end on a lot, especially with this type of hand. You'll chain Droll to like the Wanted, Black Witch pitch the Paradise, which is going to be another interruption. You go hollowed, or you don't go hollowed here. You'll set the actually you set, yes, you will set the Sinful Spoils of the White Forest. You can, it depends on the exact line here, but you can still have 2 to 3 interruptions here through Droll. I just don't want to think about it right now because we're not focused on that right now. So, but yeah, Engraver is always just like the first card you always activate. It plays into Droll, yeah. There's going to be Droll, yeah. But you just got to make sure that your hand is also very strong, because if you want to play around Droll, don't do this, right? you can start with Azet plus Tails if you want to play around, you know, Droll. I'm just very mad I opened this because this is kind of like the god start, because it's just broken. Like, yeah, you can eat Ash and it sucks, but like it plays around like Droll and all that stuff the most. So yeah, but in this case, we're going to play through like no hand traps. If you want to play around Droll, and I guess you want to play in tournament, you will start with this. Like Azet is probably like the better start in most situations, just to play around Droll the most. And then if you do get Droll, you have Wanted, so that's really strong. But yeah, here let's just discard Engraver, because our hand is very broken. Like, you probably don't even want to start with Engraver with this hand because you got so many unfair pushes. But yeah, next we'll activate Track. Track is going to search our Lacrima, or sorry, our Lurie. Lurie summons itself out, and then that checks Ash here, by the way, because a lot of people will Ash that if they want to. Then after that, you link off one into Requiem. This also checks Ash as well, but they don't want to Ash it because you have Engraver engraved, so ashing that seems really crazy. Then after that, we're gonna summon our Lurie. Oh, sorry, getting these names mixed up, chat. Help me, please help me. Lacrima. Then you activate Lacrima effect. This does not check Imperm Veiler, because why would they do that? So like, yeah. Normally here, in this particular situation, you can dump Paradise if you don't have Paradise hard drawn in your hand. But in this situation, we're gonna just send another Engraver. But whenever you start with Engraver, you can always just dump Paradise in the grave. But if you don't dump Paradise, you dump Engraver, then you're gonna have Lacrima Engrave at the end of your combo. So either way, depending on how you want to end on, it's up to you. So after that, this is the part where it gets really, really free. We did check Droll. We didn't get Drolled. We did check a lot of different hand traps. We checked Ash and Droll. So the only other hand traps that are out there that we need to still play around with is Nib. Maybe they'll bestial this, because sometimes I like to equip this before I search with Wanted to see if they'll bestial it. A lot of the times they save the bestial for the Engraver, which is fine because we have another Engraver engraved anyway, and we can still end on Desiree. So like, even a bestial here is not good, right? So if they bestial your Requiem, like, who cares? Like, you still got so much gas in your hand, it doesn't matter. So yeah, you can check a bestial. So a lot of the times what I like to do with the Requiem here is I can send it with the Arcia to draw a card. You can use it for Black Witch as a free summon, or you can use it as Azet target, because, you know, it's treated as a spell, so Azet can send this. But with our hand here, I really focus on using Azet plus this, because that's just insane. So next here, I actually will go with the Deception combo line here, and just leave the best push for last. So we go Wanted into Black Witch, and this is going to be summon number 4 here with Black Witch. So then now we go Black Witch, sending this, and then Black Witch is going to set our Deception here. Set the Deception. This is summon number 4, and if your opponent nibs you at any point, you have Engraver to punish them. So like, at any point you get nibbed, you can still end on like Desiree and a lot of other interruptions. So yeah, so you have that if you do decide to get nibbed here. But anyway, here I will actually activate Deception, tributing the Lacrima. Then we will search for a Hollowed. You can tribute Black Witch too, but it depends on what line you're trying to go into. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Honestly, let's just tribute a Black Witch for this example. I think Black Witch is usually the card you want to tribute off here, because you can still summon a random body and then still go into the Fiendsmith line without using your Engraver. So that's pretty good. So let's just do that. So Hollow is going to summon our Arcielago. And our Arcielago is actually going to search our apps, because this is probably the last chance to search it outside of the Synchro 6. but this doesn't really have anything great to search here unless you want to search for like another wanted. You can actually search for Azamina. Actually, you know what? Let's just do that. Let's just search for Azamina, just to have it in hand early, right? Okay, so we have that. Then next, since we have this, normally you would search apps here, so you can actually send it away with the Azamina, or sorry, the regular Azet. So yeah, but since we have this, we can do that. So Azet is gonna reveal itself, and we're gonna discard the tails. We're gonna search out for Sylvie since we technically have not normal summon. I know, crazy. We have not normal summon, and then this is gonna reset itself. And also this plays around Nib as well. So like say for example, we activate this here, right? And then we search for, I wouldn't do it here obviously, but you can actually search for this. And if you're very, very scared of Nib, having these two in your hand, and you can set up an Omni gate. So like say for example, if you get like nibbed here, like say let's just get nib, then you go as that effect, summon itself, and then dissummon itself too, and then you're gonna use her effect, send Paradise, and you're off to the races. Like you still full combo here, like it's crazy. But in this particular situation, we don't do that. So we're gonna actually keep that set. And then as that is going to search our Sylvie. Normal summon Sylvie. Sylvie effect is going to add this, because this is like the hardest one to search. Then after that, we're going to synchro 6 into this. Let's just send the apps here. I mean, you got so many different sends. It doesn't really... It honestly, just at this point, your opponent should just be scooping at this point, because this is like everything. Then we will activate her effect to search for Arcia. Oops, that's Sylvie. This is going to search for our Arcia. Then after that, we can summon... So many things you can do here, man. It's just so much. Here I would actually, we're not gonna search Arcia. We're gonna actually search for this, because I forgot we still have the spell card that can search for Rusia. So we're just gonna do that now, because it just looks so much better, right? So yeah, we'll just do that. Sorry, I'm just overwhelmed how broken his hand is. You just have so many options to do whatever you want. All right, so next we're gonna summon this. And again, if your opponent has nib, it doesn't matter, because you just play through it anyway. Like, it doesn't really matter. And then now we synchro 8 into this. And then now we do chain link 1 this, chain link 2 this, and this. Honestly, what can we add back here? I mean, honestly, it just doesn't matter. You can just have everything. In this particular situation, let's just add back track, because everything else here doesn't really matter. Oh, sorry, apps is supposed to reset itself. I forgot to reset this. Don't forget to set this. Yeah, add that back, like whatever, right? Actually, no, let's not add back track. Let's add back our wanted here, because we can still technically shuffle back. No, I mean, we still have her searching. Sheesh, yo, let's just add track. And then as that, actually, no. We'll add wanted, and then we'll search wanted again, because now we can actually want it on our opponent's turn for our very, very spicy Guardian Chimera play. So then we're gonna activate the effect of Hollow Azamina, or Yep, shuffle that back. And then we add that back to our hand. We still got like infinite amount of cards in our hand. It's actually insane. Then after that, we're gonna activate Hollow Azamian. We already activate this, so we're just gonna send it to the grave. And then we're gonna summon our Omni Negate here. And then now you're really feeling good about life. So then now we summon this. And then we're gonna activate her effect to send this to the grave. And then we're gonna draw a card. We draw into a nib. And then before we go into sequence, we're gonna banish this. And we are going to put back the Deception. And then we're gonna draw a card. Draw into a Black Witch. Big whoop. And then we go into our sequence. And we're going to spin back. We still have Engraver Graveyard Effect, which is very funny here. But again, we don't need to go into Engraver if we don't need to. So we're going to just shuffle all three of these back. For our Desiree line. And then go into this. Agman Day. And if you want to, and this is another spicy line that you guys can do here. If you know your opponent loses to like Chaos Angel or whatever, you can make a Chaos Angel here. So we can summon back the Lacrima here. And let's just say, for example, we'll just like link those off. And then we turn that into a Light and Dark Chaos Angel here. I guess I'll show that off just because it's whatever. We still got the Lacrima engrave with the Agman Day. So we can still bring back our Desiree on our opponent's turns. We can actually hold Desiree in our grave. So yeah. And then we can set this plus Wanted. And yeah, we are good. I mean, we still got this to shuffle back the Synchros engrave. Like we have insane follow-up. We still even got Engraver engrave if we want to, like, I don't know, just put Engraver on board because we're not gonna go into our sequence. So I mean, you might as well just put this on board. I mean, it's just like there's just that can help with your freaking Guardian Chimera if you want to, because you just got so many extra lights in your deck or in your graveyard. So yeah, we're not gonna summon sequence. We might as well just keep it in the grave for now, right? Then yeah, so we have like the Azet follow up here. We got the Sylvie plus Rusia engrave. We got the Lacrima plus the Agman Day engrave. I mean, we got Paradise engrave. It's not going to do anything in this particular situation because we have Desiree engrave, but you know, you can dump another Fiendsmith card for follow up if you want, or you can keep it in the grave for grind game. If you put this back in and somehow your opponent cracks your board and Desiree's back in your deck, you can Desiree again, I guess. I mean, at this point, it's just kind of win more at this point. But yeah, and then on top of that, that's not even talking about the field, guys. That's not even talking about the field. We still have Nib in hand. And then, of course, we have, in my personal opinion, I like to draw phase or standby phase on Black Witch with the Wanted here. Or I guess in this particular situation, since you already have a Black Witch in hand, you wouldn't want to search here yet because you want to like use Guardian Chimera. Say, for example, the first line here, let's just say we go make a Guardian Chimera here, right? So we activate this. We send Black Witch. We send this. Actually, let's just do this to make it more optimal. Let's summon this, right? By shuffling back this on our opponent's draw phase. Let's just say this for sake of example so you guys can see the interruptions. Then, after that, we chain our Azet to add this back to our hand. Then, let's just make a Guardian Chimera here in our draw phase because we're just stupid, right? And then we send these three in particular. So this is a pop 2, draw 1. Or you can do, you know, sending Engraver. You can actually send this off the field, this, and this for a draw 2, pop 1. So you have options here. So, right? So, but let's just go for the draw 2 here because whatever. Then we send Black Witch. And then we go Guardian Chimera. Let's just put in the extra monster zone because why not? Guardian Chimera, Chain Link 1, Black Witch, Chain Link 2. And then we can flip over Wanted here. We flip over Wanted here as Chain Link 3. Chain Link 3 is going to search for Black Witch. And then you use Black Witch effect. Summon ourselves, sending Wanted. And this is just like a god board. Like, what are you doing? And then here, Black Witch effect is going to activate her effect. Let's accept the deception, because why not? And let's just say, for example, we negate something, I don't know, like negate with Sylvia, whatever, right? And then now we can activate the effect of Lacrima. Lacrima is shuffling itself back into the deck, summoning this. Agmon is going to equip with the Desiree, and now we got the Desiree interruption. And then if that's in the grave, and then that's not enough, and then now you have a bounce 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like, hello. And then now what's funny is that you can actually paradise back your Lacrima if you want to put Lacrima back in the grave, and you know, whatever you can do. It's so much stuff you can do here, so much stuff. And then, of course, you're still protected from the Light and Darkness Dragon, or Light and Darkness Dragon, Light and Darkness Chaos Angel. Let's say you activate Desiree's effect to negate stuff on the board. Who cares? And then you activate her effect to send Agmon, or you can send this because this is a free draw with your Wanted that's already in the grave. It's just like, again, guys, it's like if you break this board, like you're winning the YCS. Like I don't know how to tell you. This is just broken. But yeah, this is the amount of interruptions you have. Hopefully this video was very helpful for everything. Like you can send this if you want. If you already used Desiree's effect, if you didn't, use this, and you still got a bounce 5, and you still got Nib in hand. Like it's everything. It's broken. It's just broken. So anyway, all right, guys. Hopefully this video helped you guys to like understand how I play and, you know, check for hand traps and things of that nature. I didn't like get hit under hand traps, but hopefully that was like enough said. Again, in the next video I'm going to talk about side deck patterns, and then I might actually eventually go over my tournament matches that I did at the sneak peek or the premiere event. So yep, more videos in the fray, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, leave a like, comment down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.